moved to Guelph in '79, so, and then it was several years later I moved to Cambridge, and that's where I actually came out at 37. And they had a dance there, it was called the Robin's Nest. It was the oldest gay dance in Canada or the world, pretty much. It lasted about 28 years, I believe. It's closed now. But I remember the first night there, I walked in and went to pay my entrance fee, and the guy says to me, he says, "Do you know where you are?" And I says, "Yeah." And he says, "Do you know what kind of place this is?" And I said, "Yeah." So he kept asking all these questions, so I just sort of said to him, "Do I have to come around there and kiss you on the lips to let you know I know where I am?" But then when I was there, I stayed against a wall the whole night. I was so afraid, but it was kind of amazing to see that many gay people all in one place when you think that you're one in 100,000 people or whatever. You think maybe there's only two others in your area, but you go into a place like that and it's unbelievable to see 300 or 400 other people. I met some guy on New Year's Eve and I took him home and everything, so I thought he was game for getting to know each other and everything, eh? And then when I made my move, he says, "Ooh," he says, "look at how old you are." He says, "I'm not interested in you." So there was a lot of ageism. There still is, actually. I see it a lot online now too. I see a lot more people more accepting of older people, but the older people just got to realize they just want to be friends. Like if I talk to a lot of younger people, then a lot of people my age want to be my friends so that I can introduce them. And I found that happened a lot. I'm not about to pimp people out. A pickup bar down the street here too. Pick up a lot of rent boys in and whatever. You had to watch your money. Like I had a friend that was approached in a park by a police officer and arrested. He was a school teacher and he got caught. And in Guelph, they actually had a raid at a park washroom. They had been watching the place from an apartment building across the street. They call it the Silver Creek 7, and it was one of the town judge, one of the court judges, the worst one in town. Everybody hated this man, and he got caught, and it was just so much fun watching that. But they had to move him out of Guelph after the raid. But he was in there with school teachers, a real estate guy, and a young 17-year-old kid. With the kids, I didn't want to come out and screw their heads up or whatever. So basically, after my marriage split up, I was single for 12 years, and then just the odd time I would come down to Toronto. So I wanted to wait for my kids to find their own direction. I didn't want it to influence them. So when the youngest one was around 18, that's when I decided it was time to come out. After I had lived it for a year before I told anybody. I just had to make sure this was it. So, like a lot of the times I would always be talking about guy friends and whatever, right? And then when I told the kids, they kind of said, "Well, over the last year or so, we've kind of guessed it." And they'd seen me dating other women and stuff like that. I almost ended up married 2 other times and got out by the skin of my teeth. They were kind of glad they weren't going to have to see any more of those types. And now my grandchildren know, and like my son's brother-in-law's gay too, so Christmas is kind of fun now.